I'm going to share with you a conversation that I had with WCAX Aaron Brown. And this is all in regards to the fact that human trafficking and sex trafficking is being exploited in committing the crime through no other than the state of Vermont and the officials.
Vermont State Police, Human Services, and all of them involved in trafficking my daughter. And I'm not happy about it, and I'm making the story go nationwide. I've been telling Channel 5 and Channel 3 about this for 15 years. And now we have a case of sex trafficking and human trafficking that is a result of what happened to my daughter through the hands of Attorney General J. Donovan and Vincent Lewis, the State's Attorney General, State's Attorney for Essex County, Guildhall, Vermont, who used to be Senator, along with Northeast Kingdom Mental Health Services. We have a whole story that happened, detailed information, proof of facts, and all, that led up from my daughter being fully capable of being a mother and taking care of all her responsibilities, to having to deal with being abused, and then the cops didn't do anything about it. However, they took her son away from her, they locked her up in a mental institution, and then she ended up missing. She was taken on the Greyhound bus, and this is all because of T.J. Donovan trying to cover up his own bullshit. So I'm letting it all know that the story is nationwide, and I also let you know that I spoke with a gentleman at this news station the other day in regards to this, where my daughter was listed missing in Rutland. She was found, but he didn't want to do anything about it. So I have a case number on that as well. The man that answered the phone with WCAX that was on audio recording, he's already shared to YouTube because he knew he was on audio recording. He was very vague, he was very rude, and he was very disrespectful. I had a daughter that was listed missing, and he didn't want to hear about it. So therefore, what's up? I don't know. He was an older guy. He didn't reveal his name. He only answered the phone and drunk. And so I don't believe he does that either. He should have said who it was. And like I said, I shared him to YouTube. He is on my YouTube page. He knew the story. And I have every reason to believe that WCAX block stories that have to do with what the government and the state officials, as well as the police in the state of Vermont, are doing. And I can prove to you from a recorded hearing back in April that the state of Vermont police frivolously charged myself.
Yep, sure did.
I have facts and proof of that. The judge has already said that I was proven to have not done.
And I have the proof and facts of that still today.
And then they continue.
They tried to take it, didn't you, state of Vermont?
Talking out about the fact that they put my kid into sex trafficking and human trafficking. And the people that are in charge of that are Border Patrol. And it was Homeland Security Border Patrol agent Jeffrey Hare from Island Pond, Vermont. He was found to have abused my daughter twice.
Trust me, Vermont State Police, I know you don't like me, but I don't like you either. I don't like liars. And you don't like me because I tell the truth. And you couldn't bully me around like you do everybody else. Isn't that the problem there, Deborah Munson? Your name's been mentioned nationwide. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I know if I was your mother, I'd be embarrassed. But your mother's an embarrassment herself. So is your father. Who's Deborah Munson? You don't know who Deborah Munson is? Oh, she's that thing. I think she's in charge of everything up in Derby, Vermont State Police Barracks. Related to Jeffrey Noyce, I believe. I believe her mother's the dispatch for them. Jeff Noy's wife was suffering with cancer. I wonder if she's dead yet. Just asking. They tried that with me too. You didn't try too fucking hard though, did you? Or you tried too hard. Isn't that the truth?
She violates her client. She's violating my daughter. My daughter won't hurt. Yes, my daughter is her client. And she won't help my daughter at all. She's trying to encourage my daughter to do an incompetency test.
What kind of fucking attorney does that? Try to convince their client to do the wrong thing. That would be what Laura Wilson in Guildhall, Vermont's doing to my daughter. Any attorney, state attorney, judge, prosecutor, counselor involved with the human services, anybody involved with DHS or Vincent Aluzzi or TJ Donovan, they're all a conflict of interest to my daughter's case. Therefore, she can file change of venue, conflict of interest, and prove her case and get her son back like the day before they took him. But of course, they keep on trying to silence her and try to divert her from doing anything that she legally can do. They've lied to her. They've manipulated her. She's scared of them. They've put her way up at the Canadian border where she can't have access to anything. She doesn't have a vehicle. And they know this. This is all a major setup. It's not going to be a failure, though. I can promise you that. Because this grandmother doesn't sit the fuck down, lay down on nothing. I'm not doing it. What I'm going to do is continue letting you know what's going on. She remembers having her foot stepped on by some guy with guns, putting her onto an airplane somewhere in Massachusetts. That was Vermont State Police after they abused my daughter. You might have deleted my videos, but medical records prove all. It's one of my witnesses. My daughter's witnesses. Northeast Mental Health Services, Northeast Kingdom, Derby, Vermont. Desiree, Leo, some bitch named Tish, and Chris Mitchell. Exploiting a vulnerable adult. These are all crimes. I'm not talking out my shit. I'm not talking out my ass. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. When I'm telling you the names of the crimes, look them up. I have a list. I bet even the state's attorneys don't know half of what I've got on my list or what they mean. WCAX has nothing to say.
You people everything all the time on this case, and nobody will do anything about it because it's media bias, obvious. But you can look up House for Justice, Kim C. House, look it all up on YouTube. You're gonna find that I put every video.
And they're scared. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that why you don't want to talk about who I am? You don't want me to be heard about. Why is that? Because I know too much? I've got all her emails too. Her name's Brianna as well. Because they cover for the government only. And they're trying to cover up for the government.
Because it's a conflict of interest with TJ Donovan and the Vermont State Police, because y'all do a bunch of coverage for them, but you don't cover the stories about people who are being abused by them. You only cover the stories about people that are considered criminals doing acts against the police. You don't do.
And that's because y'all think that everybody has to have an attorney to get anywhere or to do anything. We don't have to have an attorney. You do not have to have an attorney to stand up for your rights. Stand the fuck up. Overthrow the government. That's my opinion. And that's my suggestion. It's time. I know the people that had their kids taken away from them and placed with Jansen Wilhoit, just so you know. They're from Island Pond as well. Something about Island Pond. Y'all like to steal people's kids. Derby, Vermont, Police Barracks. Newport, DCF. Always stealing kids. And don't forget, Vermont's the head of eugenics. Jansen Wilhoit. His clients would like to be paid back. Who did that, Jeffrey Eaton? Vernon Town office sent it to me. I have copies of letters and pictures of the mailman going through my mail. Mm-hmm. Can you blame him?
Bernie Sanders years ago put in his report that he doesn't like women and that we deserve what we get.
Bernie Sanders hates women. And everybody needs to know about that. Because that's a fact.
My name is Kim. And when I tell you I send copies, I have sent multiple copies. Every time I do a YouTube that includes Vermont, I send it to WCAX. Nobody wants to report.
There's your proof, I told her. See? They all know. All these news stations know everything. And if I was lying, they wouldn't just be trying to hide it, but they'd be exploiting my lies and trying to do something other than trying to silence me and try to kill my daughter to silence her. Okay? And they couldn't kill her. So they're continuously keeping her son from her. Which if my daughter would hear this video and put down her foot and start raising her voice, she's got one. She needs to use it. And she needs to get her ass into Burlington Federal Court and file. Violation USC 242-1983. And remember, they did it to the 12 tribes right there in Island Pond, Vermont. Go ask them what they went through and how they got their kids back before they were even taken, because they were violated the same way they violated my daughter and the same way they violate everybody else. So with that being said, I hope my daughter's watching. I love you with all my heart. It's tough love. It's a distance because, why? Because the state of Vermont has put that frivolous no contact order and wouldn't take it out, even though Brianna's asked. She has petitioned the court. I've petitioned the court. She's not the one that requested it. Kevin Bickford requested it in his charges, and he didn't even live with her. He's not fucking married to her, so why did he have her name in his fucking charges? The state of Vermont needs to be investigated. TJ Donovan needs to be imprisoned, and so does Vincent Aluzzi and the rest of them.